Hey, my name is Stali Afte. I'm with Closile. Today I want to answer a sales-related question on Quora. Somebody asked on Quora, what are effective sales strategies to convince someone to switch software? And later in the question, that person elaborates that sometimes you talk to a customer and it's clear that your software is better than what they're using currently, but it's still incredibly hard to convince them to change. And then ask for strategies and sales hacks to actually get people to switch even if they don't want to, because it's good for them, right? How do you get people to take their good software medicine, basically, and switch and purchase your product? So I thought about this question. I think it's a fascinating question. And there's probably way too many pressure sales, boiler room sales kind of tactics that force and push people into decision making that they later regret. That I don't think work for software businesses and even less for startups. So if you're actually selling software and you want to build a great brand and you want to have a great relationship with people, all these pressure tactics and short-term hacks will not really help you. So what do you do when you know you have a better product, you talk to a prospect, you know you could help them, but they can't seem to find a way to switch what they're currently using and move away from their current solution? Well, there's two, time-tested strategies to actually win that business: patience and follow-up. Now, that doesn't sound that exciting, right? It doesn't sound like cool, hip, or new, but it's working, and that's all you should care about. Here's the problem a lot of times when people don't want to switch. Switching brings a lot of headaches with it. Most of the time when you talk to people, if you talk at the wrong time, if you have bad timing in your interaction with people in the sales cycle, it doesn't matter how great your product is, they will still not buy. Right? Bad timing means they just spent 3 months evaluating the entire market. The decision maker, the internal champion, went to multiple stakeholders, had multiple meetings, and eventually got signed off on the budget and then made the purchase. And the next day you call to pitch your software. It's going to be almost impossible to actually convince them to change their mind, because that person would have to go back to everyone in the company and say that all these meetings and all these decisions we made and the money we just wired all was wrong. It's never going to happen. So what do you do when you have bad timing, or when somebody, for whatever reason, although they realize that your solution might be better, just doesn't find it better enough, or the timing is not good enough for them to actually make a purchasing decision or switch decision to your software today? What do? You acknowledge that the timing is wrong, and then what you do is you keep in touch. And what you're trying to do here is you're trying to build a strategy where you think long term. You realize, hey, this is a really high value lead and value prospect, but I'm going to close this prospect not in the next few weeks, maybe in 6 months, maybe in 12, maybe in 18 months. And if you have a long term approach to sales and to building your business, that shouldn't bother you, that should excite you. If you can build up a pipeline of amazingly great leads that you're going to be able to close next year, that's great, right? So what do? A good strategy is to acknowledge that it's the wrong timing, and then set up a system that can be an automated system. So you check in every month or every quarter via email or via a quick call, and do it in a kind of semi-automated way, or you can do it manually and have reminders and put it in your calendar. You can use software for that, or a whiteboard, whatever you want, whatever works for you. But the basic strategy is simple. You acknowledge it's the bad timing, and you start building a relationship, and you start staying top of mind. So every month you check in with them. So in 6, 9, or 12 months, when their contract runs out, or when they had this big shift in management, or any kind of other event happen that kind of triggers a new opportunity for them to reevaluate their software, they still remember you. They just heard from you a few weeks ago or just yesterday, and now you've built your reputation, your relationships with them, and you've kept them up to date with all the progress of your software and business, and you're going to be the number one contender of winning their business and getting it. So, how do you help people or convince them to switch their software when what they have kind of works? You stay in touch, you follow up and follow through, and you're persistent until the time is right. It's as easy as that.